What's up, y'all? This is MGTV Reactions, and today we're going to be reacting to Strong Mommy Chrissy. All right. So, listen, you guys. I heard that Strong Mommy Chrissy's mother has passed away, and I just want to send my condolences to her. I feel like that is very unfortunate, being as though I'm a person who has lost her mother, father, and multiple other family members. I can definitely sympathize with that. All right. So I know that it's been a lot going on since she let everybody know that her mother passed away. One of the things was her being upset with her brothers about something that happened the day that her mom actually passed. And now today, I see Strong Mommy Chrissy has created a GoFundMe to help with the cost of her mother's funeral. And some people have an issue with that. To be honest, I was not going to react on any of this because I feel like it's too touchy and it's a very sensitive thing to be, you know, criticizing, critiquing, or commenting on. However, I do have some thoughts about what is said in this video or this live stream she just did, going off on the people who have an issue with her GoFundMe. All right. So I don't want to talk too much more. Okay. Before I get into it, please like the video, comment your thoughts down below because I want to hear what y'all got to say, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. All right. All right. Let's get into it.
Now, I'm done going off, but I feel like, bro, my mom just passed away. Please give me some grace. And I know that I will ask for that, and there will be people who don't care and will lay in harder on. It's not against the law to create a GoFundMe. People do it all the time. And I knew that when I created it, there were going to be people that were going to be like, why? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about whatever. Just worry about the fact that there is a need. And if you can't give, don't. And if you can, please do. It's needed. There is a need. And I don't get on this platform and I don't ask for shit. I don't get on this platform and beg for shit. I don't. I don't care how bad it's gotten for me in the past. I don't care, whatever. I don't get on this platform and beg for a GDD thing. I never do.
Okay, so I just want to say this. We have seen in the past that Strong Mommy Chrissy has came on here and asked for cash apps or gotten people to send her money or whatever the case may be. All right. Now, that was in the past. Now, as of lately, I have not heard or seen anything about Strong Mommy Chrissy asking for anybody's help here on this internet. Here is my thing with this. I mean, okay, I know people are saying, why didn't her mother have life insurance? Here's my thoughts on that. I can speak on this because recently, back in January, my grandmother had passed away, who was very ill, who also had kidney disease. Okay, so she died, and before that, we had a conversation about life insurance. All right, and the cost of life insurance is extremely high when somebody is already sickly. All right, it's extremely high. More than likely, the person who's paying for the life insurance policy is the person that it is for. All right. I'm quite sure her mother could not afford to get a life insurance policy. She probably was on a fixed income due to the fact that she was sick. All right. So there's that. Strong Mommy Chrissy has 9 kids. She's supposed to be married. We don't really know that. We don't know what's going on with that. But maybe she couldn't afford it, or the brothers couldn't afford it either. I mean, I'm just not. Everybody doesn't have life insurance. So you know what? When my grandmother passed away, we had to scrape together the money to get it together for her to have a funeral. Now, listen, it was a double funeral because my uncle had died a week before my grandmother had died. All right. And that was her son. So for him, okay, it cost $6,000. Right. And he was cremated. Then to add her into that after she passed away, it cost an additional $4,000, and everybody had to scrape it together. Now, listen, it's not cheap to have to have a funeral for a loved one. Now, if you don't want to donate, I agree with what she's saying. If you don't feel like she should need donations or whatever your opinion is, then just don't donate. I mean, if you have some sympathy in your heart and you want to contribute, okay, and show love, then donate. I mean, but what is it really to discuss to the point where people are bashing her for creating a GoFundMe? If she doesn't have an extra couple $1,000s just laying around to contribute to that, then she just doesn't have it. The only thing she can do is ask for other people's help. Now, I'm quite sure her brothers will be able to contribute as well, whatever they can do, but she does have a platform, so why not ask and see what kind of help you can get from the people in a moment like this, all right? This isn't a situation where she can't, feed her kids, or she can't clothe her children, or she's facing eviction, or she can't pay her light bill or her gas bill, whatever the case may be. It's not one of those situations. So her mother passed away. It's very sensitive, all right? That's just how I feel about that. But let's continue.
Don't ask for anything, okay? But I will not be bullied and I will not be harassed, especially right now. If you cannot give, just don't. Don't say shit. Nobody needs to hear that. Nobody needs to see that. The comments don't need to be, there's no need for that. I assure you, I'm fully aware that if you don't give, you don't have to. Asking me why you should give, that's out of the question. I'm just asking because there's a need, and I want to help my family the best that I can.
Right. So she feels like she didn't have any extra money lying around. So the best way she can help her family is to ask her supporters to donate. All right. Now that's all she can do. That's what she's saying. So I'm looking in the chat, and I see someone asking if it was a sudden death. Now, clearly she knew that her mother was sick. Nobody really knows when exactly things are going to happen. I guess people are going to say she should have prepared for this. And I agree. When you have the means to prepare, you should prepare. I don't know what Chrissy's means are. All I know is that she has 9 damn kids over there. And that is a lot in itself. All right. Now, her husband, is not her husband's responsibility to empty his bank account for the mother's funeral. But I'm quite sure that if she does have a husband, he would or should be contributing something, just because that's his mother-in-law. Um, I just don't understand why that's relevant. Obviously, they didn't plan. Obviously, there's no life insurance policy. I mean, so why not help the lady? Now, people are thinking that, she's trying to uh, gain off of her mother's passing. Like, basically, her mother probably had life insurance, and she's trying to get people to donate so she can keep the money for her. I don't think that that's the case, given the fact that, excuse me, her family would see that. So that's distasteful. If she's posting a GoFundMe, her family is aware that there was a life insurance policy. I mean, I'm quite sure they would have some feelings about that, because it's not something that you should try to profit off of. So I do think that there's probably a genuine need for maybe some money, some extra money or whatever, to get this together. She probably wants to get her mother a certain type of flowers, maybe a certain type of casket. Maybe she wants to dress her mother up nice some type of way. Maybe she wants to pay to get her makeup done professionally. Maybe she wants, to have some money for later on. Once some time passes, you're going to have to pay for a headstone. It could be a lot of uses for whatever the money is that she's asking for. And I really don't understand what the issue is with people. Either you want to help the lady or you don't. Me personally, I'm be honest, because I can sympathize with her, because I have lost a parent. And when my father passed away, I was actually an adult. So I lost my mother when I was 14. I didn't have anything to do with the arrangements for that. But when my father passed away, I was about 21 years old, 21, 22. And I was the oldest, the next of kin. You understand? So I had to make a GoFundMe. So I understand the predicament that she's in. So to be honest, I'm going to donate. I don't see anything wrong with it. Now, am I about to empty out my bank account to help Strong Mommy Chrissy? No, but I do understand that every little bit helps. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to donate something. All right. All right. But yeah, let's continue.
I want to help my family the best that I can. And unfortunately, I'm not in the financial position to pay everything. Why is that a shock? Every other day, a bitch on this app is calling me a broke bum bitch. But when I ask for something, I'm rich all of a sudden. And anyway, That's all. I'm sorry, my husband is calling me, and I'm just like, I'm busy right now. Well, I tried to call him before I got on this live stream, and he didn't answer, so I'm busy right now. But just like, fuck, bro, get off my ass. Like,
So, to be honest, during a time like this, a husband should be answering every freaking phone call there is to be supportive. I mean, I don't know. Y'all let me know. Is she actually married? Like, what is it given? I don't know what's going on with that. I don't. I mean, any other guy that she had, she brought him to this internet. She hasn't bought this one because she's trying to live this private life, which I can respect. But do you guys know for sure if Strong Mommy Chrissy is married or not? If you do, please spill the tea and let me know what's going on with that. Now, I did see in the comments a troll or somebody was saying something about a doctor. She claimed she was married to a doctor. I don't believe that that's the case. All right, now that's a stretch, but nevertheless, let's continue. I digress.
on this live, to not like a person and then be on their page is crazy. I pray God helps you. Thank you, Amy. I lost my mom and she didn't have life insurance, and I understand completely. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I wish I didn't have to get on here and say that. I wish. That's not the case, though. Okay. I really wish I didn't have to get on here and tell my mom's business and be like, yeah, she didn't have life insurance, and it's a struggle. Everything is a struggle right now. Like we got to figure it out.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's
all right.
not
So I
gonna
see
happen.
down in her
Saying that I
live
wanna
chat, somebody
help.
said they keep
That's my mom.
saying about insurance. Insurance is real expensive when someone has health problems. I was just quoted $434 a month, and I only have high blood pressure. Bills are high. Everyone can't afford. And so, with that being said, I didn't even know it can go up that high for life insurance. But listen, if it's that much money, imagine. Do you think her mother could have afforded that, being as though she probably was just getting Social Security or something because she had the severe health condition? I mean, maybe Chrissy and her brothers and her mother, they could have all split up the cost for the life insurance. But I mean, maybe they didn't even think that far. Who knows? A lot of people don't have life insurance. And a lot of the times the responsibility is left on the loved ones to handle, their final affairs. Okay. And the woulda, coulda, shouldas are unnecessary. I understand that it is very wise to plan ahead, you know, you know, for an unfortunate situation so that your loved ones don't have to have that burden on them. But everybody doesn't have the ability to do that. Everybody doesn't think to do that. All right. And now myself, I have learned, or I've seen how hard it is on family members to get up the money for things like that. So I make sure that I have it, but can I control whether or not my grandmother chooses to get it and all that? You can't even just open up life insurance policies on people anymore. You can't. You need that person's permission to do so. It's a whole thing with that now. Before, you used to be able to open up a life insurance policy on somebody, unbeknownst to them, but you can't just do that now. All right. So, I mean, it's a lot that goes into it. And I just think that people should have a heart. At the end of the day, losing your mother, losing any parent is one of the most unforgettable, most painful, depressing, and stressful times in a person's life. Okay, let's have some sympathy for that. Let's respect that. I don't think now is the time to be trolling anybody, to be nasty to somebody. If you don't have anything nice to say, if you're not going to send any condolences, I think that you should keep it pushing, honestly. Because to be honest, this lady has enough going on in her life. If you look at it, she is a mother. I mean, in my opinion, she's a single mother. Or maybe she's a mother that has a boyfriend or something, whatever, but she still has 9 kids at the end of the day. And even though her mother has passed away and she's dealing with the emotions of that, she still has to get up every single day and deal with and take care of those kids, regardless of how she's feeling or what kind of emotional state she's in. So could people just have a little bit of care for that? Like, shit, you can have whatever thoughts that you want to have, but don't, I wouldn't even put it out into the universe. How insensitive could you be?
Mom. And I am the youngest. I do have 2 older brothers, and I know come hell or high water, they gonna make some shit shake. But I want to help. Do you understand that? Is that a bad thing? Is that wrong? I don't. I want to help. You know, I want to help. You call around to funeral homes and you see how much it costs. I pray you never have.
Well, I'll tell you right now, for the bare minimum, it's going to cost at least between 4,000 to 6,000, and that's if she gets cremated. Now, if she gets buried and everything else, that's going to be a whole nother factor. Okay, a whole nother factor. That's going to be a whole lot more money. So when you're planning a funeral, I'm gonna tell you right now, the cost is going to definitely range from 4,000 to 10,000 or more. But that's the general range right there, 4 to 10K. Period. Period. You at least gonna need that. So I don't know if her brothers have all that saved up, but I do think that, you know, if I were in her position, to be honest, I would probably do the same thing if my parent didn't have life insurance. What is it going to? What can it hurt to just ask for the support if you need the help? Shit, the people her supporters helped her with everything else. This is the time to really do something. So there's that.
Never have to have that phone call. I pray you don't ever have to be in that position. But if you have been, or if you one day will, you will understand. You will understand at that point. I can't talk to bitches who don't want to see, who don't want to understand. I cannot, get bitches who don't want to understand the facts to understand the facts. It is what it is. But trying to play with me as if I got some shit to hide, like I'm a fucking 12-year-old or some shit, like I'm a fucking kid. Bitch, fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Trying to play on my top with my family as if I'm creating this secret GoFundMe behind everybody's backs to.
It says, if somebody said, if you have a terminal illness before you get diagnosed, you cannot get a life insurance. So that's the thing. You can't just find out that you have cancer and then say, oh, well, now I'm going to go get a life insurance policy. No. You can't have something. You can't. It just, you can, but you're going to be paying an arm and a leg for the life insurance. I feel like you'd be better off just saving your own damn money, depending on whether or not you want to have enough life insurance just to cover your service, or you want to have enough life insurance, for your family to be able to benefit from it, or whatever. It's a whole lot that goes with that. And, a lot of the times the life insurance policy will do a lot to not even give you your money or give the family the money. So that's another component to it. It's just not so simple as to pay for life insurance and you're definitely going to get paid out every single time. So I just really want you guys to let me know your thoughts on this down below. Like, do you think that a strong Mommy Chrissy should not have created a GoFundMe? Do you think, that she should have planned ahead and this is her problem, not the internet's problem? Or do you understand where she's coming from with this? I really want to know. I'm curious to know what you guys think. And then another person, mentioned all the people that have passed away in their life. I can't even scroll up on here. I don't know what's going on. She said mom, dad, cousins, whatever. Okay, so listen, I'm gonna tell you this right now. My mother passed away. My father passed away. My little brother passed away when he was 4. My other brother passed away when he was 17. My grandmother passed away recently. My uncle passed away. And so here's the thing. None of those people that I just mentioned had life insurance. Okay. Now, there were some people in my life, such as my great grandmother. She had a life insurance policy, but she didn't even want to service. So that wasn't much to think about. It was just her kids. They had to plan everything. I believe my grandfather had life insurance, and that's it. But out of all the different people, you see how many people didn't have it, and how us as the family had to scrape together to see what we can do, So I don't think that it's out of place for Chrissy to be the one to create a GoFundMe. I mean, it's not like she is a cousin or the uncle or somebody like she's her child. Okay, next to kin, one of her children. So it would be most appropriate that she would be the one to create the GoFundMe, especially given the fact that she's the one who has an audience of people who watch her. All right. The brothers making the GoFundMe, I don't know if it would get as much support because they don't know as many people. I mean, unless she would be the one to, repost it and try to get her subscribers to donate, whatever the case may be. I just think people have an issue with it because it's Chrissy and they're saying that she's begging. I mean, she got to do what she got to do to give her mother a proper burial, a proper service, a proper send-off. That's my opinion on that. Now, I'm going to listen to a little bit more of this, but I really don't feel like I need to listen to the whole thing just for the simple fact that it just is what it is. She's going off on the people, and it's not that much to hear.
To collect money off my mom's back, bitch. Everybody on this channel know how many years has my mom lived with me? Bro, how many years have I done for my mother? I make money off that. Bitch, please. How? I don't need for anything. I don't need for anything. The only thing I need to do is take care of my mother like she's taking care of me. And I think every child wants to do that. Any of you guys who were on my live stream, I think I privated it. I might have deleted it. I might still have it up there. I did a live stream 2 weeks ago when my mom was in the ICU the last time, maybe 3 weeks now. Maybe a little bit longer than that. There wasn't a lot of people on that live stream, but for the people who were there, they could vouch for me. I said then that I don't think my mom had life insurance. This is not some fabricated ass story. This is facts. I think she did have life insurance for a while, but right, she did. Unfortunately, at this point, no. And I love my mom too much to just let anything happen to her.
And that's on period. Okay.
If I have to please call me.
Nothing more needs to be said. Who gives a damn about what the people think? If she wants to send off some type of way and she can't afford to do so, she feels the need to come to the internet and ask for donations. That's what she's going to do now. If you want to support the cause, support the cause. If you don't, then fuck it. Don't do nothing. But I also encourage you not to bash somebody or insult somebody who's going through a difficult time, because you never know when it could be your time, all right, to go through the same exact experience or whatever the case may be. So that's my thoughts on that. All right, you guys. Please thumbs up the video. All right. Comment your thoughts down below because I want to hear what y'all got to say. And subscribe to my YouTube channel, y'all. All right. All right. And until next time, I will see you all later. Bye-bye.